A machine just built metal in space. No factory, no gravity, no human hands nearby. Inside the Qingzhou cargo spacecraft, a laser-based system created solid metal structures while orbiting Earth. This video breaks down how that was achieved, why controlling molten metal and microgravity is so complex, and what this breakthrough means for future missions that may no longer rely on launching every single component from Earth. The key achievement here is that China didn't just test an idea. They executed a complete in-orbit manufacturing process. Engineers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences, working with the Innovation Academy for Microsatellites, deployed a metal 3D printing payload aboard the Qingzhou test spacecraft and ran it under real orbital conditions. The system used a laser wire feed process, where a metal wire is heated by a focused laser until it melts, then deposited layer by layer to form a solid structure. This is a proven technique on Earth, but adapting it to space required precise redesign. What makes this demonstration significant is the way it operated. The system executed commands sent from the ground while maintaining full autonomy during the printing process. It successfully performed multiple remote-controlled start and stop cycles, confirming that engineers could manage the process in real time from Earth. During the operation, the system transmitted both data and visual feedback, allowing teams to monitor stability and performance as the metal was deposited. Another critical outcome was the verification of compatibility between the printing payload and the spacecraft. The system had to integrate with onboard power systems, maintain structural stability, and operate safely within the spacecraft environment. These are not small details. They are essential for turning a laboratory experiment into a mission-ready capability. Perhaps the most important result was the stability of the metal deposition process itself. The printing remained smooth and controlled throughout the test, demonstrating that molten metal could be managed effectively in orbit. This moves the technology beyond theory and into practical validation. This is why the test matters. It proves that controlled metal manufacturing in space is achievable under real mission conditions. And once that level of control is demonstrated, the focus naturally shifts toward understanding the deeper challenges that had to be solved to make it work. The real difficulty behind this breakthrough lies in the physics of working without gravity. On Earth, molten metal behaves predictably because gravity pulls it downward, helping it settle into place. In orbit, that natural force disappears, and the behavior of liquids becomes far less stable. This creates a completely different environment for manufacturing. One of the biggest challenges is managing metal droplet behavior. When metal is melted during the printing process, it can form small droplets that may detach or drift unpredictably in microgravity. Engineers had to control this transition carefully to ensure that the material stayed exactly where it was needed. Another issue is liquid bridge stability, the connection between layers of molten metal. Without gravity, these bridges can break or deform, disrupting the structure being built. Thermal control adds another layer of complexity. The molten pool, which is the small region where metal is heated and shaped, behaves differently in space. Heat does not dissipate the same way it does on Earth, making it harder to maintain consistent temperatures. If the temperature fluctuates too much, the final structure may not form correctly or could lose strength. Beyond material behavior, the engineering constraints are equally demanding. The printing system had to be lightweight enough to be launched into orbit while still being capable of melting metal effectively. It also needed to survive the intense vibrations of launch without losing alignment or precision. Once in space, it had to connect seamlessly with the spacecraft's power systems and operate reliably without human intervention. Remote operation was another critical factor. Engineers controlled the system from Earth through telemetry, meaning the process had to be stable enough to handle delays and maintain accuracy without constant adjustments. The successful execution of multiple controlled cycles shows that this level of precision is achievable. This is what makes the achievement so important. It demonstrates that not only can metal be printed in space, but the process can be controlled, stabilized, and repeated under real conditions. And once those challenges are addressed, it opens the door to entirely new possibilities for building beyond Earth. The biggest impact of this breakthrough is how it changes the way we think about space missions. For decades, spacecraft have followed a simple rule: everything must be launched from Earth. This approach limits design, increases cost, and restricts how large or complex systems can become. In-orbit manufacturing introduces a new model, creating what is needed directly in space. One immediate application is maintenance and repair. Spacecraft and stations require constant upkeep, but replacing parts typically involves launching new components, which can take months. With metal 3D printing in orbit, spare parts could be produced on demand, allowing systems to remain operational for longer periods without waiting for resupply missions. Another major advantage is the ability to build larger structures. Rockets have size limits, meaning anything sent into space must fit within a confined payload space. By manufacturing components in orbit, engineers can design structures that are much larger than what can be launched in one piece. This includes antennas, solar arrays, and modular platforms that could support future missions. The implications extend even further to long-duration exploration. Missions to the Moon or Mars require a high level of independence from Earth. Carrying every possible spare part is not practical, so the ability to manufacture tools and components on demand becomes essential. This increases flexibility and reduces the risk of mission delays caused by equipment failure. This development also signals a broader shift in how space is utilized. Instead of being a place where equipment is deployed, space can become an environment where infrastructure is built and maintained. That shift represents a new phase of space activity, one focused on sustainability and long-term presence. While this demonstration was limited in scale, it provides a foundation for future advancements. Expanding the duration of operations, increasing the complexity of printed structures, and improving material performance will be the next steps. But the core idea has now been proven. Building in space is no longer theoretical. It is becoming a practical reality. This milestone proves that building metal structures in space is no longer just an idea. It's becoming reality. The ability to manufacture in orbit could redefine how missions are designed, making them more flexible, efficient, and independent from Earth. While this was only an early demonstration, it marks the beginning of a shift toward constructing the future of space directly where it will exist. What comes next may include larger frameworks, satellites, and habitats assembled beyond our planet rather than launched fully built. As these technologies mature, in-space manufacturing could become one of the foundations of the next era of exploration and commercialization. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.